What's up, guys? This is Absolution bringing you guys a Starcraft 2 commentary featuring myself as the blue Zerg player, and at the top left corner we have our red Protoss player, Phurever. Now we are on the map Shakura's Plateau, and this is going to be just the best out of one game series, and this video is just mainly to test out the quality of the video and how you guys like it. If you guys don't like it, you guys can tell me and I'll fix any problems that there is. Alright, so getting down into the game, I am playing a Protoss. I am currently in Platinum, and this is obviously not Masters players, because you will see I make some very bad mistakes during this game, which I will try to fix as I progress my skill in this game. So you have this Phurever scouting my base. He's going to see that I have no pool, no extractor, so this obviously means I am getting ready to throw down my hatch at 15 supply, and he is opening up with a standard gateway, probably into cybernetics core, into a full wall off, so I can't get in his base. Now this probe is doing a very well job of blocking my hatchery, but I do get to place it down, and this probe will probably be dancing around my expansion and in my base for a little bit. Now I send out this drone right here to scout my expansion because I do not really like cannon rushers. So just to make sure that he's not doing any shenanigans on me, I scout my expansion, make sure there's no pylon. Now he is placing a cybernetics core, which means this is going to be a base play, probably into a 4-gate or 3-gate robo, depends on what he's doing. And I threw down my pool, probably at 15 supply, followed by an extractor, and I am probably gonna make an overlord soon. Yep. And I should probably get my extractor saturated, and that is what I'm doing to get my speed going as soon as my pool finishes. My expansion is almost done, so I should be transferring workers fairly soon. And as of now, there is not too much going down. Phurever is researching the warp gate research, which is pretty good. He's chrono boosting it, so I'm guessing he's going to 4-gate me. I don't actually remember what happens during this game because this is a very old game that I just found in my replays saved. So I decided to cast this game just to see how the quality works. Again, this is not for really for a high level play. This is just testing my settings out. So I hope you guys enjoy this. I sent out my drone to his base to see what he has. I'm pretty sure I saw the gateway and the cybernetics core. He already has one stalker and one zealot out. Now I tried to take this tower, but unfortunately I was not microing my zergling, and that causes me to lose it to that stalker. I have my drone back and safely. Here's the moment where I say please pause. I'm not entirely sure why, but I remember it has to do with something with my mom waiting or something like that for me, and I had to do something for a couple of seconds. But very nice guy. He let me pause, and I was very surprised actually, because not a lot of people in Starcraft so far are very nice to me, because mainly I'm a dick to them, but that's okay. I like to talk trash once in a while. I'm getting my two spine crawlers because I did not see an expansion, so I know he's 4-gating me, and it's very obvious he's 4-gating me. He already has a pylon placed down, and he's now warping in units. Now let's see how I respond to this. I'm making a zergling speed expansion. I have 2 spines on the way. I probably should not have engaged those zealots with my zerglings, because zerglings are not the best against zealots. So that was probably not the right move. Now I'm making another spine because I know this guy, if this attack does not work, then I basically have the game in my hands. Send a zergling to check what's there, and basically a bunch of stalkers and zealots. But here he gets around. Well, he attempts to get around my 2 spine crawlers, and I catch him in a corner with all my zerglings, which basically destroy all his stalkers and zealots. It's a very close battle, but I should have won this. Yep. Now my expansion isn't saturated. He's warping in more zealots. In fact, 4 zealots. I didn't want to lose too many of them, but I decided to go for it anyway. And that was not the best move for me, especially. But I am ahead by 15 supply right now, so I'm in a fairly decent lead. Now I'm making a 3rd spine crawler because I know he doesn't have anything else to do. I already have a natural. He doesn't have an expansion up yet, and I'm far ahead of him. Alright. So he sends his 3 zealots back to his base, which I wasn't aware of because I have not scouted here yet. I did not know that those guys left. I'm pretty sure I thought there was a lot of zealots and stalkers outside my base, so I was gearing up, making more roaches, transitioning into roaches, and into my lair tech. Now I have an evolution chamber, and I still don't have any upgrades because I do not have any guys on gas. I'm working on saturating my expansion and defending against this attack until I realize there is no attack, and he sent his guys back to his base. Now at this point of the game, I feel fairly comfortable because my expansion is almost saturated, and I feel as if I am in a lead. I have 1 queen so far, which is not that great. I'm making a 2nd queen, which is good. Making 7 more drones, and I believe I'm making a macro hatch. I prefer macro hatch a lot more than a 3rd because I just like pumping out my units faster instead of having a better economy really fast. Especially if I can get a macro hatch, I can get the 3rd saturated like twice as fast. Alright, so I have an overlord sitting here. Make sure he doesn't have a 3rd. And he still has not expanded. He has a robotics bay going down and still making some probes, which is not that much going on in his base really. I'm pretty sure he knows that I'm going to win this game either way because that 4-gate failed. And if a 4-gate fails, it's very hard to transition into something that you could win when your opponent already expanded. Now I'm making a bunch more extractors to take all my gases, try to transition into mutas. I am sitting on 1,200 minerals, which is not always the best. I'm not sure why I did not take this pylon out, or at least scattered with a zergling, but here I send out a drone to make my 3rd, and I should make a queen, but I did not for my macro and to my creep expand, you could say, or spreading out my creep. I have no creep spread, which is not that good. I usually always spread my creep, but this game I decided not to because I was worried about an attack. Now, usually if a 4-gate fails, I'm not really sure how I would even respond to that, but as you can see, he's finally took his expansion and has not that much units. Now he's transitioning into Colossus tech, which is really good because if I keep sitting on zerglings and roaches, it's not the best, but luckily for me I have a spire coming through, so by the time he gets his colossi out and his extended thermal lance, I will have my corruptors, so that should deal with them pretty easily. And yep, my 3rd is almost finished. I'm getting my speed for my roaches, my +1 armor, and sorry, I had something in my throat. And I just got a queen for my macro hatch, which is really good. I have 2 spore crawlers going down, 1 at each base, I believe. Yep, I have 1 at this base and 1 at my expansion because over here, this is a really good placement because if he decides to go DTs, this will spot any DTs that will come through my base, and my army will just basically wipe it out. Or I did not know what he was transitioning to because I'm pretty sure I didn't scout him. Or maybe I did scatter him with an overlord, but I didn't see anything. So I didn't know if he was going maybe void rays or air, because air is very, very good against a Zerg player. I remember I got beat by I believe like 3 void rays and a couple phoenixes early game, and that really frustrated me. So yeah, I just decided to build some spore crawlers. Now I'm saturating my 3rd, getting ready to push out for an attack. I feel like I have a pretty decent amount of guys, and probably gonna move out fairly soon. I have a really good saturated third by now, probably getting my extractors pretty soon. And at this moment, there's not too much going around. Just I'm macroing up my guys. As you can see for him, he has 1 Colossi out. I'm not entirely sure if he has extended Thermal Lance, and no, he does not. So he has 2 Colossi out. And without Thermal Lance, extended Thermal Lance, it's, I don't know, I wouldn't say Colossus aren't effective, but they are not as effective if they don't have it. If that made any sense. I'm not sure if it did or not. Alright, so I have 2 Zerglings sitting at this Xel'Naga tower. So this spots his army. I'm aware of the push is coming. He's getting ready to place his pylon. I'm getting mutas out, which is not the best idea. I should probably got corruptors, but I already made the mutas, so I'm like, oh well. So I wouldn't recommend for him to push out this early, especially without extended Thermal Lance, but it's his decision. He decides to go for my third, which is a really good idea, because my whole army is in my expansion, and if he takes my third out, then that's 1 base less for me. Now he's gonna get all these drone kills, I'm pretty sure. Is he gonna attack it? Nah, he decides not to go for my drones. Not entirely sure why, but I save all my drones, and here's the big engagement. I get my mutas to target fire down. I'm pretty sure these Colossus. I'm not really sure. No, I don't think so. I have a queen over here. I'm not entirely sure what it's doing. Probably just dragged and attacked all his guys because I knew I was going to win the battle regardless. And yeah, this is pretty much game for him because his supply is like 50 compared to mine, which is 130. And I knew there was a probe right here. I thought I was going to do something with shenanigans, like a proxy pylon or something like that. So I killed it. Now I'm finally spreading my creep with making mass roaches. And I don't have too much mutas. He has 1 Colossi going through, 3 more sentries, probably to block off the ramp. But I'm not sure if 3 sentries is enough to stop my force that is coming to his base. Now I'm coming with a bunch of roaches, and this is way more than enough to take out this army. And yes, this should be game for him, and she should call it a GG soon. Yeah, there's a GG. Alright guys, if you enjoyed this commentary, please let me know. This is my very first StarCraft 2 commentary, so I'm probably not the best at commentating at the moment, but I try to get better. And I will probably put out a video once a week at least, maybe twice a week, depends on how slow my computer is and if I don't like throw it out the window by the time the video is actually done uploading. So yeah, I will be uploading StarCraft 2 commentaries between better players, not me, because I am not a good player at this game, and I will probably upload players like Idra and Huck and Nesty and all those good players that you guys love to see, and commentate the games between them, which will be very exciting to me. And if you like what I am doing right now, please like this video and subscribe to my channel. Alright, thanks guys.